I think about people who got to go to work 9 to 5 every day. Supreme gas ain't cheap. Regular gas ain't cheap. We was paying, what, $4 a gallon, 4 plus? I mean, shit, you're paying to go to work at this point. Then you got to eat. You got bills to pay. You're paying to go to work. What kind of bullshit scheme is that where you beg to get hired on for a job, but then you have to pay to go to work and no one's in uproar about it? And your president said, I don't even care about that.
I don't think about American finances.
Come on.
That is a strong freaking statement.
That is so prophetic at this point. And if people still want to be a part of the cult and be like, oh, he just meant this, he just meant this, I'm tired of the whole like, oh, he just meant this. These words came out his mouth. I think.
All right, Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kahakodash, double honors to elder apostles, great millstone who do well. And at all, the truth, peace, love, and blessings to the elect, scattered throughout the bride, all right, wherever you may be, all right, and also specific blessings and honors, all right, to you, brother, on the highways and byways, giving all diligence, make a call and election sure, all right. And as you can see, this is the Nick Irving, a guy that was once in the military. I just so happened to run across that video, all right, and that's the spirit, all right, that's the season, all right, among the people. Basically, as he's saying, you know, you have to pay to go to work. All right, you have to pay to go to work, and then when you look on a micro level, right? You know, for whatever business you running, shit, to your home, you gotta literally drive to get to work. You know, so your home, you look at your home on a micro level as a business, right? So it's costing you more to travel, right, to go make that money you once made. So when you look at it just like a business, like, hold on, this shit ain't adding up. It's costing me more to travel, all right, than it used to. But see, with those businesses, they're able to cut costs and pass it on to the consumer. But the math just not mathing no more, all right? It's not, you know, it isn't going to be able to go too much longer before, you know, it's just not going to work no more. And that's the, you know, like he said, what kind of scheme this is. That's a scheme. All right, that's a scheme, you know, and it's going to get to the point where it's going to lead you to exactly where it's going to lead you to, man. Like I said, it's a scheme, okay? It's going to lead you to the mark of the beast, the system, the new system, as this old system, as you stretched and pressed by the way of this old system, is just, again, it's just not adding up anymore. All right, you try to cut loss, you try to cut this, cut that. Grocery bills are still high. All this is to lead you to the new system, okay? And that's where we headed. I got another video I'm gonna play real fast, right? This is posted by the brother 2 days ago. And we'll play this one.
We don't need NATO. We don't need soldiers. Nobody.
Slack here.
We don't need NATO. We don't need soldiers. Nobody is attacking anyone. These people, Schmerz, and all these warmongers are playing a game. This is a game. It's a strategy. It's a world economic plan. They're playing this game. Iran, the Straits of Hormuz. This is all a game for the petrodollar, to keep the dollar going. And eventually to control us all. Control us all. It's a plan for the new, not just the new world order, for a digital currency and for a reset. And the central bank and Christine Lagarde knows about this too. And we don't need NATO. And we don't need a German NATO, because that's what Merz wants to do. It's all about their portfolios. It's all about their bank accounts. All of them. Ursula, Klaus, they're all criminals at the end of the day. We know, we have the evidence of what they do behind our backs. They're not, Ursula and Klaus are not even elected. They're not even elected. They're put in there by their contacts, by their private member club. There's no credibility here. There's no morality here. At the end of this is a sin against every single citizen in Germany and in Europe. I'm included. This is an outrage. I'm outraged every day here. And I'm outraged in America too. Yeah, it's okay. I don't want to, that's not, because I don't know in terms of what's going to happen with Germany. Schmerz and all his cronies are in this private member club to make chaos and to destroy the 99% in whatever way they can. I don't know why. Is it population control? Is it that they hate us? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is at the end of the day. But at the end of it, they want to have their trees and their land and they want to make everything into an asset. Everything is going to be an asset. And we are only going to be allowed our VR machines to fantasize countryside, calm, beauty. They don't want us to have anything anymore. That's what it comes down to. They, the elite, the deep state, the Klaus Schwabs, the Marxes, the Starmas, they look at the 99%, these workers, these people, the people who work every day of their life, who need a living wage. They look at us as dirty, as the great unwashed, and they don't want us to have anything at this point. Before, in my mother's time, she came to America in the 50s. She wanted to live. She wanted a good life for her children. That's what everybody wants. Isn't that what every single human being, mother, father, wants for their children? To have a better life than them? Not to be a billionaire, but to have a better life. And they don't want us to have a better life. If they wanted us to have a better life, they would not do AI and this technocratic technocracy where people are not able to get a job. You're going to have interviews with AI. What are you going to do with all these people? People are losing their jobs in Germany right now to AI. What are you going to do with them? That's my question. And this is a plan, and I'm against it. I want people to...
And that's the thing. What are you going to do with all these people? Is AI basically replaces people. Okay, now you got all these other people sitting around that's no longer able to contribute to society, but only able to consume resources, food, water, all right, energy. Okay, whether it be electricity, natural gas, whatever energy it is they need to consume. They plan on getting rid of you, man. That's all it is. They plan on getting rid of you, man. Let me get something real fast. They plan on getting rid of you. And the Lord has warned us of these things. Let me get this real fast in Psalms, the 64th chapter. Psalm 64, verse 1. To the chief musician, the Psalm of David. Hear my voice, O God. And so in my prayer, so we praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And it's a good prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Because again, like you said, they don't want us to have
people
nothing.
Who gotta go to work 9 to 5 every day. Supreme gas ain't cheap. Regular gas ain't cheap. We was paying what, $4 a gallon?
Okay. They don't want us to have anything. So we putting up these prayers at House of David by Yahtavadah. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. And that's you talking about the deep state. All right. Deep means to be, to be hidden. So the hidden government. All right. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And that's the laws and legislations that they pass. All right. To basically execute this evil plan. All right. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. All right. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? Okay. So who shall see them? But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai sees them, because the Lord has already warned us what all this leads to. And, if it sounds like a broken record, it is what it is, man. We're going to bring this out all the time. It is what it is. Revelation 13 and 16. It said, and he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And as she said, they want to make an asset of everything. And they don't want you to own it. They want to put all this stuff on a grid and don't want you to own any of it. All right. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark. So you ain't going to be able to buy or sell except you make this covenant or this allegiance, because that's what that mark represents. That RFID chip, you making an allegiance, you complying, all right, to the new world order. It says, or the name of the beast or the name of his name. So you ain't going to be able to buy or sell without this mark. And we'll finish out the rest of this video, and I got another a little bit more information.
Go back to a simple time, not war, not this insanity of what these people are doing. These private member cliques of money and wealth and oligarchy and trillions.
Unfortunately, I think this is just the beginning. So I've learned when people tell you what they're going to do, don't ignore them. So when the UN and Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab tell you that they've got a UN 2030 plan with sustainable development goals, I think there are 17 or 21 of them, and every one of them says you won't be travelling, you won't have a private car, we won't be using international shipping to move goods around, there won't be any flights except military or perhaps very rich.
Yeah, exactly. Military or rich people. You know? And this reminded me of the movie Elysium, man. Alright, where everybody here was trapped on the planet Earth. And basically they were in third world conditions. Okay? While the super rich elites, they were orbiting, alright, within the Earth's atmosphere, because they never went out outside of space. They never passed the what the hell is this? Slakia. They never passed the Van Allen radiation belt or the firmament. All right, that's what I was looking for. That's what the scriptures describe the ozone layer as the firmament. Okay, they never went past that. But orbiting within the space station and the rest of the world were they left Earth. They completely destroyed Earth, a paradise, all right, under poor management. Because that's all it is. The Earth is just under poor management right now. That's why Scripture say we wait for a new heaven and a new earth where the well of righteousness, because the earth is going to be under new management. All right, as you can heal the body and reverse any disease or whatever it is that they got out there with the proper knowledge, the proper management. Well, the earth is the same way. All right, it's just going to be on a new management. That's why that first 1,000 years, there's going to be a lot of rebuilding and replenishing, man. All right, that's the build up because the earth is going to need it. Okay, it's going to be a lot of cleaning. That's just, that 1,000 years, hey, it's going to be a lot of laboring and building going on, man. From all the filth, information came out, forever chemicals everywhere. It says it's nowhere that they basically discovered that forever chemicals it isn't within the region. Now we know a certain place Esau haven't discovered, right? But everywhere that a human has been, all right, anywhere, any civilization, wherever the case may be, there's forever chemicals there, right? Chemicals that don't break down naturally in the environment; they just stay there. That's under the hands of the devil, all right?
People, you won't own anything and you'll be happy. You probably won't live in your own house. You'll be using much less energy for everything, including heating, manufactured goods, and so on. When they tell you that, you should assume that they're serious about it. And so I think COVID has been part one of a multi-act play that's going to take 10 years that will destroy the liberal democracies completely. We've already, if you think you're living in a democracy, now ask yourself who you could vote for that would change this. Because I don't think there's anyone you can vote for anywhere that is guaranteed. So I don't have an answer, but I'm telling you, I think we're sliding down through the gates of hell. I'm speaking out. There's nothing in it for me. I've lost lots of money, all my friends. I'm away from my home and family. And I'm speaking out because, personally, as I close, I am absolutely sure what I've told you is substantially true.
All right, so since COVID, they said 10 years. So we in a so-called 6 year, approaching the 7th year fastly, 2026, 2019, 2020. We in 2026. Again, fastly approaching 2027 because we halfway through the year. All right, so I wanted to get this article here, all right, because this is a prophecy. It say a once in a blue moon event is happening soon. Here is when to look up. So basically, May 2026 will feature a rare blue moon that is a micro moon peaking early on May 31st and visible worldwide under clear skies. I believe that's what it says. This only happens once in a blue moon. So again, we in those times. This only happens once in a blue moon. So this is rare. And this is the Lord speaking through us, the communication. You know, and it's all written in the scriptures, which I'll get one scripture, but it's all written in the scriptures how the moon would be a sign of the times. All right. That's the Heavenly Father, the celestial. He uses the celestial instruments to communicate. All right. With those that are initiated. Okay. His elect. It says this happens once in a blue moon, literally. May's second full moon is almost here, and not only is it a red blue moon, but it will also be a micro moon. The blue moon will take place soon, giving us 2 full moons in 1 month, and that's rare. How often is there 2 full moons in 1 month when you're going according to the moon cycle? Hey, go show you hey man, we're living in the Lord is communicating. We're living in a different time. It says usually the full moon only occurs once a month. May is the flower moon, has already occurred on the first day of the month, and the blue moon will occur on the last day of the month. Here's what else to know about May's blue moon and what to expect. So I'm not going to continue to read that, but I'm going to get some precepts. It's Luke 21:25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. So that's a sign. Okay? And in the stars and upon the earth, the stress of nations. And that's what you're having right now. Because as the powers that be, Esau, Edom, all right, the Dukes of Edom, all right, as they move towards their NWO, their New World Order agenda, okay, it's causing an uproar. So anytime there's a change or a shift, it's always chaotic. All right, that's just how life happens. There's change. Things have to be moved around. All right, might be some bumps and scratches and bruises. That's just what happens when you're moving. Okay, it looks chaotic, and then finally, once you get to the position, everything is reorganized, and you know it's a new, you know, you're in a new position. That's the same thing way the system is happening. All right, you seeing everything being broken down, being put up, thrown away, boxed up. All right, thrown out to move completely to a new system. So the stress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So as Esau, Edom do what he done, which he's only moving according to the will of the Lord. You know, things are happening in the spirit. You know, Esau, Edom think he's doing his own thing, that thinks he's in control, but there's a shift taking place behind the scenes. All right, the naked eye that you know you can't see, and this is a sign of that shift taking place in the spirit. Okay, so the Lord, as Esau Edom makes his move, the Lord's moving right on with him, because the Lord that's controlling him, that's making him do these things. Okay, and you know he think it's not going to be a smooth transition. All right, the scriptures speak about how he gonna be in straits, man. You know, it ain't gonna be a smooth transition. Him trying to fulfill the NWO. So that's it. I'm gonna leave it there, man. You know, a quick prophecy update. You know, the spirit of the state of the people. You know, perplexity, uproars. You know, that's what you got getting ready to happen. But you know, it's all according to plan. Order out of chaos, as we always mention. So with that, you know, Lord willing is edifying, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shemir Shai. Next time, say shalom to the elect.